Okay, so here's the two homework problems I had you doing earlier from 6.4 practice C. The first one we got x cubed plus 729. I'm not expecting you to know all the cubes. So what I did is if you just take any regular calculator, and this is a regular calculator, it doesn't even have a cube root button on it. So, but if I do 9 times 9 times 9 and then hit equals, I see that that is 729. All right, so that's all you got to really do is just take a calculator, try to figure out what cubed will give you that. This one had an x cubed in the front, so it sort of let you know that you were doing the sum of two cubes because it's a plus sign, but it let you know that's a perfect cube, so this is probably 2. So we can see from that calculator that x cubed plus 9 cubed is what we were looking for. That meant that in our formula, a is going to be x and b is going to be 9. So when we factor this out, we do our parentheses. Again, it's a plus b in the first set of parentheses. And then the second set of parentheses, it's a squared, so it's going to be x squared, all right, minus a times b, so x times 9, which is 9x, and then plus b squared, so 9 squared gives us 81. All right, so that's what we were looking for the first one. All right, the second one, a little bit harder to see. This one we know 5 is not a perfect cube. The lowest perfect cube would be 8 or 1. So 5 is not going to be, so we can factor that out more than likely, and we can see we can factor it out of 40 and out of the 5. So we would factor that 5 out of there and get 8x cubed plus 1. And then again, we got to write this as a cube. So we keep that 5 out front, and 8 is 2 cubed x cubed plus 1 cubed. And then we have to group these two together. So we get 5, and we get 2x cubed plus 1 cubed. So we can see that a is going to be 2x and b is going to be 1. We're going to keep this 5 out front. So we keep that 5 out front. Then we do our a, which is 2x. It's the one with the plus sign, so it's plus b, and that's 1. All right, and here comes the tricky part again. Here's our a, it's got to be a squared, so we got to square both the 2 and the x. So we get 4x squared minus a times b, so 2x times 1, 2x, and then plus b squared, 1 squared is just 1, and that's what this factors out to be. All right, so those were the two homework problems that I gave you to do. So they were fairly easy. It's just getting you used to this formula.